Bourbon Barkeep. My name is Curtis, and I did it. I did it. King Kentucky. Pretty excited about it. Did I buy a label, or did I actually buy good juice that is really tough to find? Win-win, or the label kind of a massive loss? Yes, I have heard rumors of the King of Kentucky. Why there's two kings of Kentucky now, I don't know. Now people are calling false king, false king, and I don't know if I have regrets yet. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was doing some research on the bottles, some specs, some deep dive in, as you all have definitely come to realize with this channel at this point. So I found out the reason why they put out the small batch version instead of the single barrel version, which they've never done before. This is the first time, small batch version. They were doing the celebration of the 250th anniversary of America and Kentucky, where they actually declared independence from Virginia, Kentucky County. They're like, hey, we're going to stand on our own. You're like, okay, do that. No one's going to stop you. There's like 50 people here right now. But you start throwing in some American history into some of your reasoning, kind of bought in, not going to lie to you. But needless to say, first time they put out this small batch, and then they went with 3 batches. Don't fully understand why the 3 batches. Why couldn't we just do one? Is there a division in the house? Is that the false king over there, and the false king over there, and the false king over here? I don't know, but these batches are apparently extremely different, not just proof, but also in flavor profile. If I didn't put it in the description, this is going to be batch 2, coming in at 107.5 proof. Batch 1 was in front of me, and batch 2 was in front of me, and I said, I'm on record stating that I enjoy 107-ish proof. So, got to stand on business, right? So, they wound up handpicking 100 barrels, anywhere between 12 and 18 years old. They whittled it down to these 3 batches, and then they also whittled down the bottle size to 700 ml. I don't like it. There's just something about that 50 milliliter that I need. I don't care if you put it in a cork at the top, like some of the tequila bottles. I don't care, but I don't want to enjoy 700 milliliters. But here we are. I went for it anyways. This is coming in at a whopping $300. So the bang for the buck, not knowing fully what the juice is at this point, not super excited about it. But I've never seen it. Would I have had FOMO? I don't know. Am I a sucker? Usually. So we'll find out. Poured up as this guy aerates a little bit, maybe in a good way, hopefully in a good way, maybe in a bad way. We'll talk mash bill real quick, because I do feel like it's something that needs to be called out. So King Kentucky single barrel is going to have a different mash bill than King Kentucky small batch. This one coming in at 75% corn, 15% rye, 10% malted barley. The OG King Kentucky, maybe True King, who knows? That's going to come in with actually what Old Forester's 1924 mash bill is. And I believe that one is 11% rye. We'll figure out the math. I'll flash it up, but we'll figure it out at the end of this. But ultimately, your King of Kentucky not matching the King of Kentucky mash bill, I just have a lot of questions. Like, there wasn't anything else we were doing. I get marketing wise, this makes sense. But you're changing the whole mash bill at this point, on top of the 3 batches. Anyways, let's see. $300. Is this something? Let's just go with that. That will be our bar at this point. Wow. That nose it's something. It's dense. It's rich. It is oak, great sweet oak with a great brown sugar, rich vanilla. A lot of fruit coming out. You got like your black cherries, like those Luxardo cherries, a little raspberry in there, and maybe some date. Not a big date fan, but here, when it's whiskey, kind of enjoyable. Now, I do have to mention, we mentioned the oak already. you're getting into a Brown-Forman product where you don't know which way the heat cycling warehouse is going to lean, if you will. They're extracting, they're pumping heat into there, so it's aging faster. Wood Forester, feel like does it well. Maybe not some of their newer shelfers from rumors allegedly. Woodford Reserve, I've made it pretty clear I am out. A lot of acetone, just so the ratings get right, not curse words. This one, great rich oak on the nose so far. There's some banana. I mean, maybe it's because I said Brown-Forman's in the mind, but there's this kind of chocolate covered banana just seeking back there behind these incredible dark fruits and great rich brown sugar. Only other thing I'm kind of pulling out is probably like a great cinnamon roll innards, like a nice rich baked cinnamon. Just tickles the tongue, well, the nose, hopefully the tongue, but the nose for now, with that good cinnamon goodness. I don't know what it is because I've never made it. I probably should, but I do partake in consuming said cinnamon roll. But overall, tried and true. These are great nose things, nose senses, nose notes. Let's just get on about. Oh no, it's good. Oh no, it does kind of have like this acetone. It's hiding everything else. Dang it. Okay. Experience was good. It does have like the Runts banana. Like that banana is actually pretty forward with the acetone. So you have like the fake sugar with the yellow dye and like this nail polish going. But vanilla, that brown sugar continues. That oak is still pretty prevalent in a good way. I'm going to do sip 2. I have a thought. I want to make sure that it's still there at the end of this. So we'll see. Maybe I took a weird sip. That was much better. So the panic is subsiding. Initial thoughts, front, mid palate, covers the palate great. From that front and mid piece, the oak is it's an interesting experience being from that heat cycled warehouse. Maybe it's because I know what it's doing in there. But ultimately, the oak that's coming from, these 12 to 18-year-old barrels, let's probably lean closer to 12. If you're comparing it to like a Knob Creek 12, a Knob Creek 18, to where they're not heat cycling, I'm pretty sure, hopefully not, there's just kind of a richness, barrel influence that has to where this almost seems like a injected great aged oak rather than it actually getting into the wood. So it's an interesting experience to where I would challenge you, try one of the 12 or 18 Knob Creeks. Those are the ones that are popping into my mind right now against this. And I would be curious what type of depth you're getting of that oak if you're a big oak guy. I think it's a good oak, but there's almost like a thinness to the oak. I don't know if that's probably not making sense. Now going through the rest of the tasting notes, that's still just great brown sugar. The chocolate, maybe like a Nutella, really ramps up on the palate. So pretty here for that. That banana runs did subside a little bit, still kind of hanging around in the background, but those dark fruits still pull forward. I'm really enjoying it at this point. All right, let's do a quick sip 3, talk about the finish, and then let's compare it to the only thing that probably makes sense. It's very good, great fruit, great rich fruit, but on the finish, which we were trying to concentrate on, it does round out in this nice complexity of just kind of this leather and sweet tobacco, oak just kind of throughout. Overall, it's very well done. Can't hate on it. Now, let's compare it to the Old Forester 1924. I thought about doing the Jack 12. You're talking about similar ages, almost identical proofs. Not everybody finds Jack 12. So I'm going to go with something a touch more findable. Everything's going to be cheaper. So if I made a mistake, let me know in the comments. Maybe we do an ad hoc King of Kentucky, Jack Daniels 12 head-to-head. I don't know. But we're going to lean with the Old Forester, go from there. We are poured up with the Contender Old Forester 1924, 10-year, 100 proof, and technically the same mash bill as the OG King of Kentucky. So, felt like this was a little closer. Now, for all the people asking, this one's going to be the 2024 release. I found out I did not even have the 2025, and you could tell, quick trivia, it's on the bottom. I didn't know that. There's like a 23, so it was distilled in 23, or like bottled, I should say, 23. So this is the 2024 edition. So if you have the 24 on the bottom, you have the 2025 batch, and so on. Didn't know that. So here we are. So if this batch beats Kentucky, you can assume, I guess, this year's beats King Kentucky as well. I don't know. Hopefully this helps, or I'm just wasting time, or I'm just enjoying whiskey in front of you. Both are great, I guess. On the nose of the Old Forester. Good oak, a lot earthier on the nose. So you're going a little bit more tobacco, leather, good oak. Brown sugar, but much more tobacco, leather, oak forward than what batch 2 King of Kentucky is. Oh yeah, that's not close. This is going to be much more wheelhouse with fruits, a little bit of Nutella in there, and probably the same amount of oak. Don't shy away from an earthy pour by any means, but when you're talking about a nose, I'm going sweeter, richer King of Kentucky. Yeah, not close. Nose, definitely King of Kentucky. Let's get on the palate. Oh, yeah, good for you, Old Forester. There's a syrupiness to it that I wasn't really anticipating. Obviously, when you're bouncing back and forth, they're going to influence each other. Did not think the 100 proof would have the syrupiness that does. It's nice. Maybe my mind's stuck on the viscosity of it, but ultimately, great oak right up front. I think oak is very forward on both of these in a good way. Very well done. This one going with a little more maple syrup, nice vanilla, a little plum in there, but yeah, delightful. Let's do sip 2, cleanse. Really nice, really enjoyable. That maple syrup, kind of like this graham cracker maple. Maybe there's like a cereal I'm missing, but it's leading me down that path. Great chocolate in there. And then on the finish, that maple kind of translates to more of a toffee, kind of like this great buttery caramel. And oak just throughout. Good vanilla throughout. Good kind of plum, fig playing off of each other. So now let's score it. We got our senses categories. Where are we plugging this guy into? Oh man, this one's going to hurt. I'm going to go 80. It is great. But the experience is very good. At $300, I'm really struggling. So even with the senses wise, maybe that's low because I'm not technically supposed to put money in. We'll go 82. We'll go 82. A little jump up. It's not fantastic. That acetone note really holds it back for me. Now bang for your buck. At $300, blend of 12 to 18 years, I'm going to go like a 25. Definitely didn't get my money's worth. If you told me it was 200, I'm intrigued. It's older Brown-Forman stuff. It's King of Kentucky with a label. Like it or not, you're going to pay for it. But ultimately, I didn't get my money's worth. It's good. It's great, technically, according to the buckets. It's just not $300 great. So, is what it is. I would much rather have 2 of, I guess, apparently the new batches of the Old Forester over the King of Kentucky. That being said, you can be great and still be overpriced. And I would say the same thing about the Old Forester 1924. This is a great pour and it's overpriced. If you told me it was $100, I'm all in. I would back it up. I love it. I like it probably more than most YouTube channels. Told me it was 100, through the roof, 125. It's a great bottle and it's an overpriced bottle. This is the same thing on steroids. It's a great bottle, way overpriced. So I own it. I'll drink it. It's a highly enjoyable pour. I just can't think about that much money in that bottle at this point. So hope this helps. I will never afford the other 2 batches, so this is all you're going to get, but hopefully this helps. Did enjoy the fruit, did enjoy the richness, just that acetone. So if you have batch 1 and or batch 3, let me know. Did I make the wrong call? Do all of them kind of have it due to that heat cycling warehouse? But batch 2 is good, but not nail polish remover in the back of my throat good.